Hello, callers. Welcome back to Viva Barca, and welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to discuss on some interesting updates. We start with Jules Kounde, of course, who alongside Xavi also spoke about a host of topics ahead of the Shakhtar Donetsk clash, where he spoke about Pedri, Inigo, injury, preferred position ahead of Shakhtar Donetsk versus Barcelona. We are going to discuss on that as we move ahead. Secondly, talking about this report claiming that Barca can secure qualification to the Champions League round of 16 tomorrow versus Shakhtar Donetsk. We are also going to be discussing more on that. So as we get right into it in much detail, please do ensure to subscribe if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. In less than 24 hours, Barcelona returned to action in the UEFA Champions League as the first set of return fixtures arrive on the scene. They travel to Germany to take on Shakhtar Donetsk in their fourth group stage game of the competition. Heading into that clash, however, there is no dearth of questions about the Catalans. After all, their win against Real Sociedad at the weekend came off as at the back of a forgettable 90 minutes. Barcelona defender Jules Kounde faced the press ahead of the team's clash against Shakhtar Donetsk tomorrow and spoke about a plethora of topics, including his fitness and the team's form. He began by giving his 2 cents about the dressing room and the confidence in the team. He said, the locker room, knows that there are things to improve on, but we are good. We want to win because it is a very important game and give our best version. Quite unsurprisingly, the series of questions that followed were around Barca's 1-0 win over Real Sociedad at the weekend. Kounde said, we have no doubts. We don't feel good, but we are positive and we have to keep walking. There are games in which you don't play well. We showed that we knew how to suffer and responded to the difficulty, Kounde said about the lucky win. On whether winning against Real Sociedad was the luck of the champion, he said, I agree that sometimes there are games in the season where you don't play well and you don't even have the best feelings. It happened last year and maybe it will happen again. The important thing is knowing where we can improve and suffer together like we did last season and in the last game, he said. Commenting on his competition with Inigo Martinez, who has been making a strong case to be a regular starter in recent weeks, Kounde said, I am very happy to have Inigo and more competition. The important thing is that the team is stronger. The Frenchman also spoke about his work ethic to return from injury ahead of schedule and what went into the speedy recovery. He said, sometimes there are deadlines, but I felt strong and comfortable to return. It was nothing to do with the high level that those who play with me are showing. Barcelona in general have struggled against teams with low blocks in recent years. Kounde do not even dive deep into the tactical basis, but explain the same with the last game as an example. He said, it is a very collective topic. La Real made it very difficult for us to get the ball out. We have lost quite a few balls on throw-ins, and I think it is a matter of communicating and being mobile. Also, intensity, Kounde added. Last season, the Frenchman featured primarily as Barcelona's right back across all competitions. This season, however, he has been their leader in defense, Kounde said. I'm happy because I play in my position. I had a conversation with Xavi towards the end of last season because I wanted to play where I can contribute the most. But I will never refuse to play at right back, he commented on his preferred position. Kounde went on to highlight the importance of tomorrow's clash against Shakhtar and praised the opposition for their performance in their recent meeting. He said, More than highlighting one player, it is a group that plays the ball well if you give it time and don't pressure it. In the second half, we didn't do it as much and they were good. It cost us in the end. We will try not to leave them time to play. Speaking on Pedri's return from injury and his importance in the team dynamics, Kounde said, I see him happy. It is always difficult to be injured and not be able to compete, which is what he likes. If he has played, it is because he is already 100%. Tomorrow's clash will take place in Hamburg, Germany, owing to the ongoing Ukraine war. Speaking about a sensitive issue that has rattled the world in recent months, the defender said, we know it is a difficult situation. They have made a long journey with the circumstances they have, but we are here to compete and play football. Finally, the player concluded his press conference by addressing the team's relative slackness while closing off games, which has often been seen as a sudden decline in chemistry between the players. He said, from my point of view, it is more disconnection. We need to be more focused when it comes to defending. We have incorporated few new players, but we are still a young team. You have to take care of these details, he said. Then moving on to the next story of discussion. After 2 years of ignominy in the UEFA Champions League due to their elimination from the group stages, Barca could put those demons behind them tomorrow night when they take on Shakhtar Donetsk. The past couple of seasons have been forgettable for Barca when it comes to their performances in Europe. Injuries played a part, but not being able to make it past the first round is certainly a blemish for a club of Barca's stature. However, Xavi, who celebrated his second-year anniversary as the manager of Barca, could guide the team through to the round of 16 in the Champions League tomorrow. Drawn in Group H along with Royal Antwerp, FC Porto and Shakhtar Donetsk, the champions of Belgium, Portugal and Ukraine, respectively, Barca have made a fine start to their European campaign. Indeed, the Blaugrana have won three in their three already in the Champions League this season, scoring 8 goals while letting just one in the process. Having kicked things off in style with a 5-0 thrashing of Royal Antwerp, Barca secured a hard-earned victory against Porto 1-0 and Shakhtar Donetsk 2-1. As a result, Xavi and co sit atop Group H which with 9 points from 3 games, 3 points clear of Porto in second place and 6 above third place Shakhtar. As Barca prepare to take on Shakhtar in Hamburg tomorrow in match day 4, they find themselves on the cusp of qualification for the knockout stages. Indeed, given that they are already on 9 points, the La Liga champions will be through to the round of 16 of the Champions League if they secure a win or even a draw against Shakhtar tomorrow night. A win or draw would put Barca out of Shakhtar's reach, securing a passage to the knockout stages of the Champions League for the first time in 3 years. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.